Hello, and welcome to the first of one live arcade debates presented by A Dumb Thing. My name is Seth Rotkin, and I will be your moderator this evening. Our debate is in the style of a town hall, meaning that you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to ask questions to our two candidates. The format of our debate is win, lose, banana, that old American tradition. In this game, you, the viewer calling in, is always the winner. But one of our two candidates will be labeled the loser, and one will be labeled the banana, as is determined by a random drawing from Sticky Hand. These two cards, before each question is asked. You'll be asking a question and then judging the candidate's responses for lying, anxiety, sweating, giggling, to figure out which one is telling the truth and lying about their identity. And at the end of that answer, you will be tasked with picking who was the banana. If you get that correct, then, as our Constitution states, you will have the opportunity to ask another question, win 500 points, and continue on for more points. But if you get it wrong, we're going to cut off the line for you. I've asked our in-studio audience to refrain from applause, giggling, internal monologues. Shut up! Thank you. Breathing, in some people's cases, consciousness, anything it takes for them to be quiet and respectful of our process. So tonight, I am honored to welcome to our stage Bryson and Joey. Our viewers calling in tonight, as I mentioned before, will have the opportunity to win points. Now, the person that's won the most points will win our entire democracy. In this case, as represented by a couple of prizes. First, this American jackalope, shipped to you wherever you are around the world. And second, the old American traditional classic, John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale's Serendipity on DVD, mint in box. So without further ado, I will turn it back over to our candidates, who should each give a 2-minute introduction.
I'm Bryson Wallace, and I'm running for your vote here tonight. I, as many of you know, have a long-standing history of being the banana. And once again, I will prove tonight that I am, again, the banana. For those of you unfamiliar with me, I have the following to say. My name is Bryson Wallace, and I'm the banana. You're going to hear a lot of promises here tonight. Promises from my opponent, Joey Greer. Promises that he has no intention of keeping. The only thing that you can be promised tonight is that I am the banana. I look forward to this debate and tackling the real issues that plague our society today, and I look forward to your support and your vote tonight.
Hello, my name is Joey Greer, and if I can just say, the only thing that my opponent promised, he forgot what it was. It's very simple. It's just about being the banana. Now, I can say that I'm going to be the banana. I can say that I'm going to walk out of this debate as a banana. I can say those things, but you have to decide that. I hope after this debate is through, you're going to know, and you're going to love the fact that I'm a banana. Now, I can go at the length to talk about my family's lineage. I can go at length to talk about a small fortune that was gifted to me at a very young age. And I will. When I was 5 years old, I was walking down the street, and I had just run away from home because it was just too much pizza. And a man pulled up in a Rolls Royce, brought me inside, and gave me $500 million cash. And at first I was like, this is kind of crazy. We'll get into that story later. But there is a to be continued.
Seth, I don't see how any of this is relevant.
Oh, please continue. Oh, was that it?
I think that was it.
Okay, in that case, to our viewers, our phone number is displayed here in the upper left corner of the screen. It's the most democratic way we know to get viewers to call in an equal fashion. In the meantime, I will be asking our candidates some questions to start getting some basic idea of their views on the major issues. So first of all, this is a question mostly for Joey, but Bryson, you are free to weigh in.
We're all free. We're all free.
Yes, we are all free.
I would like to also agree that we are all free. That is not a position that my opponent exclusively holds.
So, Joey, the question for you: toilet paper rolls.
I'm all for them.
Do you like to put them on so that the paper comes on over or comes on under?
I want to put in every single home a two-party TP roller. So each person, depending on if they like to pull from the top or pull from the bottom, can wipe their bottom. My wife's in the crowd. And they can make sure that they're comfortable, they're clean, the way they want to be clean. Now my opponent here is going to say no more TP. He's going to say the bottoms shouldn't be wiped anymore. We're wasting too much paper. But aren't you just as dirty as the rest of us? Don't you need to be clean too? We're human people.
Now, what I struggle with my opponent's stance on this issue is the fact that he is proposing a toilet paper roll in which exists both over and under at the same time. How, sir, do you anticipate that existing in the same physical space?
It's a tube roller. We have two different TPs, one in the front, one in the back.
What he is posing is greater square footage taken up in our bathrooms across America. Bathrooms that already have such limited square footage.
Your bathrooms.
And what he is proposing is for you to double, that's right, double your cost in toilet paper. I'd also like to point out that my opponent's microphone, his handheld microphone, isn't even plugged into anything. Not just that it's wireless, but the fact that it isn't even on or functional. He's trying to sway you. He's trying to falsely.
Seduce.
He's trying to falsely gain your vote.
I'm trying to lay you in bed so I can get your vote.
Now, to the point of the policy itself, over or under, I have taken a strong stance of under my entire campaign. Under is the only way to go to where it does not encumber the physical space of a person on the toilet paper, and that is a position that a lot of people agree with here in our fine country.
Can I rebut?
No, you may not.
Well, he was able to rebut.
Yeah, you're no longer on the video, so people don't care.
Okay, great.
Joey, in answering that question, you referenced a video that leaked about you last week, stating that you would put into bed anybody who voted for you. Now, we weren't sure exactly what that meant, if that was a sexual manner or simply tucking them in at night. But the American people would like to know, what did you mean by that comment?
Okay, if we can just put this to bed right now. I've said it so many times. I didn't mean put you to bed in some weird sex thing, okay? I'm not trying to put people in beds, okay? What I said
But you just said right now that you wanted to put this position to bed.
Yes, I did want to put it to bed. I want to lay it down. I want to make love to it to get his vote.
But can you see, sir, how many people in America could be conflicted by those statements?
If people are confused by words, maybe they shouldn't use them anymore. Can we go to another question? Is there another question?
No, I'd like to stay on this for at least another 30 to 40 minutes, if we could.
No, we absolutely cannot, but you have 15 seconds to reply.
Okay, well, the most damning piece of that video that was released last week was the inclusion of TV personality,
9,
TV personality,
11, 12,
Regis Philbin in that tape, and
14.
the
Next
locker room
question.
talk that you guys had between you and Regis Philbin.
Next question, sir.
Can I just say he's touched me twice, and I haven't touched him once. He's touched me twice. I haven't touched him once.
I will refrain from touching you, sir.
We will remind our viewers at home that this is a town hall style debate, so please feel free to call in on the number 909-454-3862 so that you can be a part of our democratic process. Now, candidates, a quick question for you, one that the internet seems to never want to let go of, even though I absolutely hate this question, but by contract I have to ask it. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Bryson, we'd like your response first.
Now, I understand the very many people of this country that would like for a hot dog to be a sandwich. But unfortunately, science and statistics have proven that across the board, a hot dog does not constitute a sandwich. And I would rather side on the side of scientists and those people that are experts in their field, as opposed to my opponent and the various lobbies and special interests that are trying to get him to classify formally, just legislatively, for a hot dog to be a sandwich, because they want special loopholes in the sandwich code precluding them from hot dog legislation. And I just think that's reprehensible. Our sandwiches are an institution. Our sandwiches are something that we hold dear in this country and across the world. And hot dogs are not a part of that community.
Hot dogs, sandwiches, these are staples of any good American diet. But do you know how they got here? They got here on the backs of immigrants as they came into Ellis Island, and all they had was some pieces of bread and some deli meat. They put them together and they ate. Over the centuries, over the generations, we've had different versions of the sandwich, different versions of the hot dog. New York City, Chicago, St. Louis, these storied places have their own versions of hot dogs and their own versions of sandwiches. Are we here right now going to say that, no, you can't be a sandwich because you look different? Because your meat's a different color? Because your bread is open to the side? No. I work with lobbyists. Yes, I do. This is a bipartisan issue. I've worked with many people across the aisle. I work with the bread manufacturers of America. I work with the sausage link manufacturers of America. I work with the mustard and mayo manufacturers of America, all made in the US of A. And each one of them...
10 seconds. You have 10 seconds remaining.
Each one of them has come up to me and thanked me personally and has offered me children to take back with me as some kind of tiding, and I didn't receive it, but they are very grateful.
But I think my opponent right there has made very clear that he is...
Touch me again. He's touched me again. Is there any kind of...
He is making absolutely clear that
if you
he is
guys
in the
don't
pocket
stop
of
it, I'm
Big
going to have to
Sandwich.
come up there and separate you two. So please.
I'd love some kind of
I will
partition, if that's okay.
Well, then
keep
I
to
won't do
myself.
it.
I will keep to myself.
We have, in this town hall debate, a citizen from our great nation calling in to figure out who is the loser and who is the banana, at least at this current moment. We would now like to invite Jonathan from Los Angeles, California, onto the line. Jonathan, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Jonathan. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic because I'm seeing justice served and democracy carried out. So, Jonathan, I would like you to ask a question of these two candidates. While I'm speaking to you, they are randomly determining who is the loser and who is the banana. And after they give their answer to your question, it will be your job to figure out which one was the banana. So, you might want to make your question banana-themed, or you might not. Jonathan, are you ready?
All right. I'm ready.
Go ahead.
All right, so first question for you guys. Are either of you currently or have you ever been Andy Wright?
You know, that's a great question, Jonathan.
I'd love for you to speak on that because there's been speculation about you being Andy Wright.
That is a great question that I feel many voters in our electorate and out here in what I can see is our town hall live chat have wanted to know for quite a bit time. I, however, am not Andy Wright. I am Bryson Wallace. I am a regular cast member here on Live Arcade. My opponent, however, is not a regular cast member on Live Arcade, I will have you know. Andy Wright was a guest 2 weeks ago on the show. I as well was on that show, but as can clearly be proven by the video footage of last episode, I and Andy Wright existed in the same space. My opponent cannot make an argument as to whether or not he is Andy Wright because there is not video proof of him and Andy Wright anywhere in this universe. Now, another thing I can promise you, Jonathan, is in addition to not being Andy Wright, one thing that I am is the banana, and I look forward to your vote.
You know, you gave a lot of talking points about how you weren't somebody by just saying their name. So let's just understand that. Was I in the video last week? No, I was not. Also, I was supposed to meet up with Andy, and I did. I met up with Andy Wright. We hung out. We had a fantastic time. Bryson Wallace was supposed to meet up with us, but he didn't. He said he had to do something. He was very cagey about it, and he hung up the phone in a flurry. Now, I don't know technology as well as I should, and I've been on the record in saying that. But I do know that you can put up, like I said, a partition, a green screen, and two people can occupy the same space as two different characters. Eddie Murphy done it a whole bunch of times. All right, that's a fact. So to say that you're not Andy Wright right now in a Bryson Wallace costume, I mean, that beard you can get anywhere. You can buy that beard at any pop shop, any Spencer's Gifts. You can get that beard. And I just want to ask the American people, and specifically you, Jonathan, do you want a banana wearing a beard? Do you want hair in your banana? Because I don't.
Now, I do have to address the fact that
Your time is up. You've
but
already had your
I
1
can't
minute.
allow my opponent to lie about the fact that he
didn't lie.
even knows who Andy
Okay,
Wright is.
you have literally half a second to respond.
He doesn't know who
Okay,
Andy Wright
Jonathan,
is.
I do.
do you have an answer? Can you figure out which candidate was the banana?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I think from what I can tell, neither of them are Andy Wright, so I think both of them are winners in my book. But as far as the banana, I think I'm going to go with Bryson on this one.
I have earned your vote, and I thank you, Jonathan. However, I am not the banana. I am so sorry, Jonathan, but I look forward to continuing
show
having your
sucks.
support. Jonathan, please do call back anytime.
Did you just say the show sucks?
He did say this show sucks.
Do we have can we trace the calls to where they live? We can do that. Okay. Thank you, Jonathan.
Jonathan, sort of. Thank you so much for calling in.
Whatever.
You have
Yeah,
ended.
whatever. He's still on.
Is he still on the line?
Jonathan, are you here?
Jonathan, we're tracing your call.
Sadly.
Jonathan, stay on the line
Jonathan.
for another 40 seconds.
Yes. Yeah. Keep.
Jonathan, where are you in LA?
I'm on the east side in Los Angeles, in Los Feliz.
You're in Los Feliz. Great. Are you by that? Isn't there like a 76 on the corner of like Griffith?
We got him. We got him.
Okay,
We got him.
great. Okay, fuck
Great,
yourself,
Jonathan.
Jonathan. Woo! You're going down, motherfucker.
Saying this show sucks. Go ahead,
That's
say
something
this
we
show
can agree on.
sucks.
That's something me and this candidate can agree on. You're going downtown, Charlie Brown.
I'm glad we had a beautiful moment where our two candidates could cross the aisle and find a nonpartisan truth. That Jonathan didn't like our show, and that's not cool. We'd love for more of our citizenry to call in and voice their questions for our candidates. Please call in once again at this number listed above, which is 909-454-3862, America's phone number. In the meantime, candidates, and starting with Joey, peanut butter, what's better, crunchy or smooth?
Crunchy, without a doubt. If you like smooth peanut butter, you have no teeth, and you shouldn't be smacking around peanut butter. Peanuts are crunchy. Butter is smooth. What we want is a mixture of the two. Again, going right back to the sandwich topic. All right? We want a mixing and a lifting up on the shoulders of our differences. I don't want peanut butter that's smooth because that's not a peanut. I don't want butter that's crunchy because that's not butter. But peanut butter should be smooth and crunchy.
So what I'm hearing here is that my opponent is not taking a side. He is neither taking smooth nor crunchy. And what I'd like to pose to the American people is certainly it is a matter of personal taste. And I have gone on record as saying that it is a citizen's choice between what style of peanut butter they would like to have. Now myself, I do prefer chunky, chewy, whatever we want whatever we want to. Different brands use different labels, and what I want to
Crunchy
have
is crunchy,
absolutely certain,
smooth is smooth.
what I want to have absolutely certain is that the American people have the freedom to choose which type of peanut butter that they have. My opponent wants, once again, for something to consist of two physical entities at the same time. He wants over and under TP. He wants both chunky and smooth peanut butter. He wants things all at the same time. He wants your vote. How much of this is possible?
I believe all of it is possible. If we put our minds to it, individuals, we can accomplish anything, but together we can accomplish everything. You see the way I said it differently? Because it's a different thing. An individual can accomplish everything, but together we can accomplish everything.
I think we can all agree that Joey did win a point. He did say that differently.
I did.
And that,
But to be
that is a
clear,
fact
he
that we
hasn't
cannot
won a
dispute
point.
about. He hasn't won a point. He's just won a point in my heart. However, I remain unbiased in this debate.
Well, I'm up one with you though, so that is.
I think that's a little bit biased. I think we can both agree
Gentlemen,
on
please,
that.
That's fine.
if
I'm
you
cool
would
with that.
refrain from talking, because we would like to hear from an American. This American is calling in from the Bone Zone, and her name is Ken Bone. Ken Bone, are you on the line with us? Ken Bone,
Hello.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Hello.
How are you
Good.
doing this
How are
evening,
you?
Ken?
I'm good. I'm just enjoying my internet fame and not going on Reddit and looking at pictures of Jennifer Lawrence. I'm definitely not doing that.
That sounds fantastic and not very sketchy at all. Now, a quick recap, Ken. You're the winner. One of our candidates will be the loser. One will be the banana, as they are determining right now. You will ask a question, hear their response, and based on their response, determine which one was the banana. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, 45 seconds on the clock. And ask.
My question is for the candidates. Do you find energy independence appealing?
I see what you did there, Ken Bone, and I am tickled by it. And I just want to express how tickled I am.
Is that another banana pun? You're tickled?
In which context is a tickle and a banana relevant?
I don't know. You're the one pressing it. You tell me.
Listen, Ken Bone, what I'd like to explain for you right
Are you
here.
getting southern all of a sudden?
Somehow I am.
Well, okay, clearly, he's pandering, Miss Ken.
If you can agree from going southern, please. We discussed this before. We agreed nobody would go southern in this debate.
Okay, I won't go southern, but Ken Bone here.
Or any accent.
We
discussed this before. Accent
New York.
mode off.
Here's what I've got for you.
Shut up! Shut up!
I've got the impressionist crowd out there in the audience. Ken Bone, as far as energy independence, which I believe was your initial question, I think that it is very appealing, and I think that we do need to work towards energy independence. And what my opponent is going to tell you is that's not sustainable, that's not something that he's interested in doing. But what I'm here to tell you is not only is it appealing, but I think it's in our future.
Ken? Ken, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Ken, where exactly are you in the bone zone? Are you by Thrust Central, or are you by the Nipple Railway? Where are you?
That's a good distinction.
I'm wherever Jimmy Kimmel is taping. Because I'm on
Jimmy
Kimmel right now.
Kimmel is taping right now, somewhere in Hollywood. You know, I have a grandmother who grew up in the Bone Zone, and before she passed, she told me. Well, we don't know if she died. She kind of like in her
very mysterious circumstances.
Very mysterious. I mean, we both agree that it was creepy. We were out in the woods. That's another story.
Yeah.
Anyway, she told me a long time ago that during the Great Depression, people were burning whatever to make fuel, to get energy. And ever since that moment, she goes, we can't rely on individuals to do it. We got to make sure the government is giving enough energy for all of us to have. And that's what I want to do. Not only do I want to be the banana, but I want to use other fruit to compost, kind of like in Back to the Future, when you had the recycling thing and they use the peels in there to go in time. That's kind of what I want to do. Now, if you go to my website, getitallin.com, you'll see that I have laid out an extensive and informative plan. Ken, are you coughing?
Ken, are you okay?
Ken, did you cough?
I copy.
You're not? Don't?
No.
Okay, Ken,
no,
please.
I did not.
Okay, well, please don't cough. You know, it's just, we can't have energy unless we put a little energy in to get the energy out of the energy we need. It's energy.
So, Ken Bone, based on those responses, it is now your time to determine who between these two candidates is the banana.
Don't screw me over, Ken.
Ken, I think you know what's at stake here.
Ken. Come on, huh?
Ken! Ken!
Ken, come on.
Yep!
This
Ken,
is a very tough decision.
well, pull the trigger. What are you thinking?
I'm going to go with Bryson.
Ken, I thank you, but I am in fact the loser.
I don't know when the American people are going to choose right.
Ken, I thank you for your support.
Accent again.
Ken, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it. However, you have lost in the this little game that we call the American Experiment. So we're going to say goodnight to you so that we can leave space for somebody who can get that banana correct. Candidates, while we're getting somebody else here on the line in our town hall, I got another little question for you. Cake or pie? Which one is superior?
We've already gone over this. My opponent wants to put a pie inside of a cake.
He's going Southern again.
I have the freedom to do that. My opponent, once again, wants to make something impossible. A pie inside of a cake.
This is your final warning if you go Southern again. Are you listening to me?
It's like,
If you can hear my voice clap once, if you can hear my voice clap twice. Thank you, candidates. If you go Southern one more time, I am going to continue to get mad at you from right here.
I can agree to those terms.
Okay, continue.
My position on cake versus pie is simple. I'm a pie guy. Banana cream, mud, I'm a pie guy. Any pie you'd like, I'm into. Just not really apple pie. I'm not very much so into the apple pie. What say you?
Exactly what you said. I want a cake. I want the frosting, and I want the pie filling, and I want the crust of the pie right on top. I like the crunch and I like the smooth. Going right back to the peanut butter, going right back to the sandwiches, going right back to what a banana
You just
is.
want everything, sir.
Yes,
you
I do.
want everything.
Why can't we have it? We're the greatest country in the world, and you deserve it. You helped build this. I don't want this just for me. I want this so you can have it. I want this so our kids can have it, and our kids' kids can have it. I want to eat food that's so experimental, you'll shit yourself from thinking about it. You walk by a cabinet display, and literally, you'll defecate yourself because your body and mind can't handle what you're witnessing. Now, I know what I'm saying is a little rash. I know what I'm saying is on the fringe. And I get that's a new thing, and it's scary, but for God's sakes, trust me on this, okay? I've only gotten high a couple times. I swear to God. 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 I swear to God.
I think they get it.
I swear to you, I've never been high more than a couple times. And it was on low-key shit. It wasn't in that like fire shit either, okay?
Can we continue?
It was super chill. I was chilling with my boys, and I got a little ripped. Okay, who gives a shit? Who cares? I was all on. It was fine.
Does he need his wife?
That was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Thank you so much for that, Joey. Bryson, yours was all right too.
How is this working?
We now go to another caller calling in from our great nation, the United States of America. This caller, Ian, is really calling in from the hardcore heart and center of our nation, the cornucopia of California, the Valley. Ian, welcome to the debate. Are you there, Ian?
Hi, I'm here.
Ian, thank you so much for calling in. You're the winner. One of our candidates is the loser. One is the banana. You will have to determine which after they answer you. Ian, please ask away.
Okay, well, candidates, I think the entire nation knows your stance on bananas, but I want to know how you feel about corn. Its various uses, eating it, looking at it.
Okay. Ian, have you ever felt corn? You ever taken right off the cob and just on a dry rub, just let your hand slide through all the kernels?
Not in a long time.
But you remember the sensation, don't you, Ian? It's hard to shake.
I remember.
You remember. I remember that too. You know why? Because I do that every morning. Every morning I get up and I cob a corn and I stroke it. So I know what Americans are fighting for every single day. And you know the funny thing about corn is? It's also yellow, just like a banana. You know what the funny thing about corn is? You can make ethanol from it. You know what the funny thing about corn is? It comes in candy. And bananas also do too. Little runts. You can get banana candies.
I don't think anybody is debating the fact that you can make many things candies.
Can't make shoes candies. Can't make hair candy.
I would like to leave that to our nation's chocolatiers.
Just to chocolatiers, not to the sugar conglomerates? The people who are making sugar?
The sugar conglomerate.
The what? The sugar what? America! For once
The
in
conglomerate.
your lives, Vote for the guy who's going to bring change and actually do it. Do it. For the past 20 years, Obama has been in control, all right? Now it's time for us. Ian, are you wearing pants?
I'm wearing shorts.
So the answer is no, Ian.
No, I'm not. I'm not wearing pants.
Okay. Are you wearing a shirt?
Yes.
That was kind of cagey. I don't think you are. Are you topless right now? It's okay to say yes. Be vulnerable.
No, I'm wearing a shirt.
All right. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the stream of this debate.
Yeah. You touching yourself?
I think what I'd like to make a point on is, Ian, my opponent has told you his stance on corn. I have always taken a long anti-corn stance.
Anti-corn, Ian.
I'm anti-corn and proud of it. And I think you, Ian, understand more than anybody why I'm anti-corn. Corn ruined my life. I have a public struggle with corn and corn-related products. I did pop a few candy corns in my day, but I slung myself up by my bootstraps and I got myself back together. And that's why I'm here today to tell you that unlike corn, I'm going to be there for you, Ian. And I have right here, and listen, Ian.
You whispering to me?
No, Ian. I'm talking to Ian.
Okay, you're
the
leading
American
into me.
people.
He's touched me a lot already, so I don't want him to touch me again.
Ian, much like corn, I need you to use your ears and hear me when I tell you that I am the banana.
Ian, it is now
Okay.
time. It's the time of corn reckoning.
That was very informative.
I'm glad. Thank you so much for participating and asking a very telling question. Now, between these two candidates, which one is the banana?
I'm going to say that Bryson is the banana.
I am, in fact, the banana this time, Ian.
Ian,
All
you've
right.
won 500 points, which now makes you the leading American. How does that make you feel? Powerful?
Makes me feel great. Makes me feel like a winner.
Good. You've now earned the opportunity to ask a follow-up question. This might be related to corn. It might be related to something else you have a strong opinion of. So please, Ian,
Okay.
what would you like to ask
All
the
right.
candidates?
I would like to ask the candidates Sonic the Hedgehog versus Mario. Where do you fall in on that?
Okay, well, first off, two different systems. We're talking Genesis, Sega Genesis, versus Nintendo. Are we asking which one's more prolific? Is that how we're going to determine that? I can't tell you because as a fan baby boy, I'd have to say that Sonic always tickled me. I mean, I bought the app on my phone to play it. Did I buy a Mario app? No, I did not. Do I enjoy the Wii? Do I enjoy Mario Party? Yes, I do. But I'll tell you the truth. When I can turn into a little blue ball and shoot around everywhere, pick up coins, and kill, I won't say kill, but hurt a man that's trying to hurt endangered species on this planet, yeah, I'm going to jump on that train.
Bryson, in the spirit of fairness, you now have half as much time as Joey had to answer the question.
Well, I do want to start off by saying that my opponent first described the currency in Sonic as being coins, as opposed to rings. I just want to make that abundantly clear. Coins, as my opponent may not understand,
There can be hollow coins.
are the currency
There's
of
hollow
Mario.
coins.
I'm sorry, I did not interrupt you, sir.
Yeah,
I did not
you tried
interrupt
to touch
you.
me.
I
You
did not.
touched me earlier.
I did not interrupt you during this
You're
portion.
interrupting me now, and I'm talking about hollow rings.
Ian, what I'd like to see in our country is a system in which both characters could continue on making games. However, I do have to acknowledge the fact that Nintendo now owns the Sonic property.
Oh, do that?
They do.
Oh, no. They don't.
I'm being told, I'm being fact-checked right now, and no? Okay, so I'm being told that I didn't have my facts
Just
straight.
lied. Just lied. He's being told that.
However, I can tell you that the reason that my opponent has not downloaded a Mario game is not from his own decision, but rather the fact that there is not a Mario game currently on the market. There is only one available for pre-order. So if he is trying to sway your vote by saying that he is pro-Sonic, I just want you to know that he is only not pro-Mario because of the fact that he doesn't have the ability to download a Mario game onto his phone. I know that was a little wonky, but that's my stance.
Okay, Ian. Thank you so much. Your time has elapsed. Ian, based on that, it should be pretty obvious, but who is the banana?
I'm going to have to go with Bryson again.
With Bryson? Bryson.
Baby girl!
Ian, my American friend. You have 1,000 points. You can now ask another question.
All right.
Whatever your heart desires, whatever would reveal most about which candidate is best suited for the thing that they want, whatever that may be. So, Ian.
Yes, I'm running out of questions.
It's okay, Ian. You seem stressed out.
Let's
Just
see.
take a breath and literally ask anything.
AMA, Ian.
All right. What's your favorite movie?
All right, thank you for the question. And candidates, you each have 30 seconds for real to answer this question.
I would like to just start off with my brief 30 seconds and let you know that my favorite movie is Hot Fuzz, a movie about law and order, something that I think that we need more so than ever, and I don't even know what I have here. Now we need more so than ever, Ian. Law and order. Bananas aplenty over here in my campaign.
I just want to say that's terrifying that this candidate is talking about law and order in such a fervent way. It's
Special Victims Unit.
scary. My favorite movie would have to be The Fifth Element, directed by Luc Besson, starring Mila Jovovich as well as Bruce Willis and Chris Tucker. Gary Oldman's in it. It's fantastic. It's one of the few films where the director just lets your imagination run by adding visuals and certain musical effects and whatnot to dress it up when there's no explanation. So I really enjoyed that because they're allowing you to have the adventure instead of, like in Hot Fuzz, they're laying everything out for you.
Joey, thank you very much for that. Ian.
Great. I heard everything I need to hear. I'm going with Joey.
When you won.
Well. Look at the American we got here.
This guy's a maniac. Ian, you're on cocaine.
Wow. Ian, you now have the great privilege and perhaps difficult task of coming up with yet another question, for which the candidates will only have 15 seconds to answer. So make it as complicated as you want.
Okay. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? Boys?
Neither. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I too would like to say neither and say O-Town.
Okay, candidates, thank you for those responses. Ian, who is the banana?
Okay. I'll go with, I think it's Joey.
I'm sorry, Ian. Sorry, Ian, you just got fucked.
No.
Bryson, I believe that both times that Ian got that correct, or was it one apiece?
It was 2 for him, 1 for me.
2 for him and 1 for you.
Yes.
Great. Well, as you guys get to watch a little bit of democracy in action here, we'll see that Bryson has 2 points and Joey has 1 point. Now,
one. You gave me a point,
I gave you a point in my heart.
which should count.
If you could see inside my heart, you would see this exact same graphical user interface, but
You
in
could
blood
just-
vessels.
you could just
However,
punch that
you
in, just
can't
go
do that.
But if you just go,
You're falling out of favor with me, Joey. You were my favorite, even though I'm unbiased, but not so much anymore.
Sorry.
I accept your apology.
Thank you.
Candidates, we are running out of time. However, we would like to hear closing statements from each of you. The reason that we haven't allowed you to do accents until now is because now is the accent time. So we encourage our candidate to do accents and switch them up as much as possible. Really, it's the accent and not the content of the things that they're saying that's going to determine who wins. So, candidates, closing statements. We would like to start off with Joey. Joey?
Accents, right? One of our great allies. in the UK, Ireland. And I think, speaking from that heritage, do I have a sentence we both have to say it all, or is it just say anything randomly, or?
I want you to say a very specific sentence.
Okay. All right, and then just say that in an accent.
I would like you to say the first word and then the whole sentence from the American Constitution. Or the Declaration of Independence. Or the Gettysburg Address.
I'm gonna say none of those, and I'm gonna quote. I'm gonna quote a text actually that I got.
Oh, not just like text as in like formal text, like literature. You mean an iMessage that you received?
Yeah, just an. Here we go. Let me see something. Let me just get a good one. Something long, something meaty, something. Okay. This is about a Dungeons and Dragons game that I was going to meet up with, and I had asked, do I need to bring anything? My friend Max, whose response I'll read now, I'll do it in an Irish accent. No. You can bring snacks if you go so lying around. Don't call it away to bring nothing. That's all the text said.
Thank you very much for that rousing statement that speaks to our humble roots, little nation that we call the United States of America. Bryson, will you please respond by reading any bit of, I guess, text or whatever the hell you want, because it doesn't matter what I say to you anymore, really. And do it in any accent that you would like. Now, of course, we're all expecting Southern, but feel free to surprise us if you'd like.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm going to use the dialect of a true American hero, and that is Bane from the movie.
Bane, the movie Bane.
What was the last
The Knight's,
Dark Knight?
the Knight's Watch.
The Dark Knight
The Dark
Returns
Knight Watches.
Rises. I will use the dialect of the native people of Bane and read from you my favorite piece of poetry. The shit is bananas! B-A-N-A-N-A-S!
Yes, at the end, like, it was a scary Bane. He was a ghost Bane.
What do you expect Bane to be?
So, of course,
More
we
like
we heard from
focus.
candidates.
But
Excuse me, candidates, please.
I think no. But we got. What you expect Bane to be? Jolly, jovial?
No, it's like bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
We can go back and forth all night doing Bane impersonations, but I
just
don't.
crushed it. I think I
I-
just crushed the shit out of that.
I don't believe that that's what the American people want.
So, to determine whose final statement was better, of course, Bryson right now is winning 2 points to 1 point.
Allegedly, and you also gave me.
However, this final amount,
Gave me a point.
this final segment is worth 100 points. Oh, a little twist. So the first person to post in chat who they think did a better job of their accent wins. And
Oh,
go.
to post that chat. We have to post it?
he's telling people.
Not to you guys, to
Yeah, post it on that?
anybody. No, you you may not
we
post
could-
to it,
we
Joey.
could-
Do I
We
just go to the YouTube
we could
page?
spam it. We could spam it.
Where do I go
Let's
to
just.
YouTube?
No, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh boy,
No,
we have a winner.
Oh, great! Your mom answered.
I'm
Fantastic.
sorry. I'm sorry. The American people answered.
No, your mom answered.
The American people answered in the live chat.
Oh my God. Thank you, Bryce. Yeah.
Well, first I would like to say that Ian was, of course, the best call-in for our town hall portion of this live debate because he guessed banana the most times.
He did.
So he is winning this jackalope and this sealed Serendipity DVD. Hope you have a DVD player in. No applause, please! And finally, shut the fuck up. And finally, our winner tonight, Bryson. Hey, don't.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to clap.
Please, please celebrate any way other than clapping.
Okay, put it here.
You know, can I say something before I leave? I'm the banana. I'm the banana.
Everybody, big thanks to Joey Greer for being with us tonight. Big thanks to Casey for helping us out. Seth, as always. Joey's going to be performing at the
West Side Comedy Theater tonight.
Tonight.
If you like the show Stranger Things, we're satirizing. We're doing the season 2. So if you want to check that out, hit me up. I'll get you a ticket.
And you guys had the actual guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah, we
on.
had David Harbour, the guy who plays Officer Hopper. He came through.
Yeah.
And he liked it.
And you guys do that regularly?
We do that. This show is once a month. Okay. And then if you want to see more improv, go to westsidecomedy.com and check it out.
Check out this guy. He's a great friend for doing this for us. And Seth, go ahead and take it away.
For a dumb thing, I'm Seth Rotkin. Thank you for tuning in. And good. For a dumb thing, I'm Seth Rotkin. Thank you for tuning in. And good. For a dumb thing, I'm Seth Rotkin. Thank you for tuning in. And good night.